It's been a year now since the accident, and I still can't walk. The struggle is ongoing, but I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to all the supporters I've had in this strange process since I fell off the roof and broke my legs. I've never been grateful for anything more in my life. All the donations, people even showing up to give blood so I could get transfusions. People have been helping me on a personal level, a philosophical level, and of course financially with the GoFundMe. So it's time to wrap up this year with big thank yous to everybody. I got to thank the people who helped me. I got an ambulance right away. My friends helped me in those days before the surgery because it was confusing and I had to find a place that I could get surgery. They offered me cash. My friend Michael set up a GoFundMe, and it had a shocking amount of donations right away so I could pay for the care I was getting. And it was people who I know who were helping me individually. Some of them were helping me because of the project. I was just blown away by it all. I got to thank Dr. Serrano, who did the surgery on me. He cut open my leg and screwed in a bunch of metal. I got to watch that because I had an epidural, and it was really very sci-fi, him doing all these strange things, and I'm very impressed with the work he did. Then I stayed at a clinic, Dr. Dino's clinic. The doctors and nurses there were a little surprised to have me there because I was the worst case that they'd ever seen. They're used to helping with with people birth their babies, which is kind of a different game. But they were really sweet and helped me a lot. After that, I went and stayed with a family in Aranga. I stayed with Ceci and her family. They were just amazing, and it was actually a pleasure to get to live with a rural family for a while and see the customs and how they live, the holidays. I've never had that experience before, and they welcomed me into their family so kindly. It was great. While I was with Ceci and her family, the local gringos helped me immensely. In fact, it was Lon, a really just saintly gringo, who helped find Ceci's place that I could stay in the first place. And then Phyllis and John lent me a wheelchair. Various people visited, Donald and Jim and a really cool guy from Canada who I just met. So people came to visit. Having a wheelchair lent to me was really helpful at that time. And just strange 8 months, very strange to be stuck in a bed. Moving back to the Bosque was a very strange experience. I'm used to living here. I've been living here since 2004, but it is not an easy place to live. There's nowhere flat. Everything is difficult. Water is difficult. Toilets are difficult. Energy and getting internet working and just anything is hard living. And so being disabled, essentially, and being stuck in a bed made that even more difficult. So luckily, and by necessity, a friend of mine came down who was here last year as well. She came down from Oregon, and she's been in the forest for the last 4 months and helping me survive. I can't do a lot of things myself. I'm essentially disabled. I'm in bed about 99% of the time. I can't drive my van. And so it's been great having her around. She's working on her own projects and enjoying the forest. This is a good time for her to be here. And I really needed her to be here. After she goes, I'll need somebody else. So there was 2 participants that were here. It was Craig and Cece. And they were pretty fun to have around. They were pretty self-directed. He made some music and musical instruments. She did some dance. There's videos of that. And they also contributed financially, which mattered a lot. So I'm looking forward to having other people like them here. And in these very strange times of the pandemic, it's a little harder to have people here. But I didn't build this place just for me to be a hermit. And so I'm thankful to them and also to the future participants that come down. All in all, the number of people who helped me is colossal. It's so many people that I've known for a long time or not known at all, and they're just fans. I'm blown away. It gives me more faith in myself, Yeah, I feel like I have an obligation to live up to the expectation that I follow through on my visions and am actually useful in making a better world. I want to be doing things that help you make a better world. We are together on this. There's plenty of world problems right now. We have to go forward in kindness. And so I hope you stay tuned with the projects I'm working on. I will be starting other crowdfunding efforts to help with projects here. There's already Patreon set up. And so we are just going to continue into the next year fearlessly, I hope. In a strange world, we'll do the best we can. Thanks for being there for me.